Now it is time to go ahead and replace this radiator, which was a good radiator until someone hit the brakes too hard and, well, it hit the fan. So it's time to take this one out of here, get the new one in, and go ahead and mock up the electric fans and the relay and all that good stuff. But first, I gotta drain this coolant first. Well, a little left in there anyway, so that I can get the radiator out, get the new one in. While it's draining, it's time to take everything apart. There's the old one, as you can see, hit there, really hit there pretty bad, so yeah, unfortunately, it's probably not repairable. That was my accident, goofing off too much. But other than that, this one kept this right on par on temperature. So there's the new shiny one. I've ran Champion for years, and these are pretty good. Now this is a 2-row. Show you on this one. Or 3-row actually, excuse me. And if I remember when I ordered this is either 2 or 3, but it is the large core. And it did pretty well at keeping these engines cool. This thing was running 180 all the time, no matter what. Large 2-row, but that'll be alright. That'll do its job plenty enough. Now that I've already got the radiator in, it's time to add a little bit of transmission fluid. Since transmission cooler in the radiator is obviously empty, I changed a few lines on the aftermarket cooler, so there's some transmission fluid came out of there. So I know it's going to need fluid. So I'm going to add that real quick. I'm not going to add too much, but just a little bit. This one's already partially, almost empty, so wasn't much in that one. Add a little bit of this one, and it should be all right. Enough to run it down the road later and check it then. Now that is out of the way, it is time to antifreeze coolant in the new radiator. Go ahead and fill it up before I start it. Start it up and let it circulate for a little bit, just to make sure it's nice and full. And also, just make sure everything, all the hoses lines are tight. Make sure everything's good. Make sure the overflow has enough antifreeze in it. Gonna let it run, walk away, let it get the temp, come back to it. Alright, there it is. Got up to 180, held there for quite a while, and it is summertime, so it's still probably 80 degrees outside, so it held just fine, just sitting there. It took a little bit to get up there too, so radiator is doing very well. Of course, transmission's going through the transmission cooler on the radiator, into that aftermarket cooler there, so it should stay pretty cool as well. Now, if you didn't notice, you can't see that brand new shiny aluminum radiator because even though I don't have AC, still have the AC condenser here, so that, you know what, you can't see that nice new shiny radiator, so you really can't tell what's under there. And that's kind of what I like about this. You can see the engine now. It's kind of sticking up a little bit. I could probably bring the air cleaner up a little bit, and I probably will, because there's room to move. It's got a drop base on it. I may change it out to a flat style air cleaner base. Help the flow just a little bit. Now, revved it up. There's plenty of pressure in those lines. And I saw no leaks, so I'm going to call that good. Of course, later on, come back check after everything's circulated. Once the overflow's done its thing. But as I was saying, what I like about it, just looks like an old stock beater now. I'm kind of digging that. So probably way I'm going to keep it, this old kind of raggedy looking sleeper. Now the exhaust is still kind of loud, but I don't think it's loud enough to let you know that it's got a big block in it. But there it is, radiator installed, electric fans. They do extremely well. It's all nice, neat, tiny. Got the mount set up on there to hold the radiator this time. But yeah. Now I hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, thanks for watching.